Today I thought I'd go over my current home theatre setup, which features a Sony VPL-HW40ES projector projecting on a Black Widow painted wall. We recently moved into a new place which had an existing home theatre room. The projector was a huge ancient Vidicron VPF40 which was built into a console in the centre of the room, so it also pretty much took up the best viewing position as well. There was a screen fixed to the wall too, but it was pretty small by today's standards, probably about 140 inches diagonal or so. So not terribly huge, and definitely a lot smaller than the wall it was projecting on. So we decided to rip out the projector and take down the screen. I used a DIY screen paint mix called Black Widow, which I first found on the web many years ago and used in the previous house I lived in. Back then it was a bit harder to find and source the materials locally here in Australia, but thankfully there's now a Wikipedia page which makes it very simple to do. I'll include a link below. There's also plenty of discussions on this screen paint mix and other mixes too at AVS forums. I'll leave a link below for that as well. For our wall, which was approximately 4.5 meters wide and 3 meters tall, about 13 square meters all up, we used 2 litres of Dulux Wash and Wear matte tinted to Milton Moon mixed in with 480 mils, or about half a litre, of Auto Air Colour Aluminium Base 4101 fines. I got the Dulux paint for about $50 from my local Bunnings, and the Auto Air Aluminium Base was from Airbrush Megastore in South Australia, which was another $50. So all up the paint cost around $100, and it was enough to give 2 good coats. I should also note that we used a primer beforehand and also a low nap roller to ensure that the paint was applied with a nice smooth finish. My choice of projector was the Sony VPL-HW40ES, which is a 1080p SXRD projector, which has been highly acclaimed since its release in 2014. There's been plenty of reviews and write-ups on the web about this unit, so I won't go into it too much, but I was really happy with the result, and it was leagues ahead of my previous 720p projector and Epson 705 HD. Colours were vibrant and the clarity was amazing. I managed to negotiate a good price here in Western Australia. It ended up costing $2,500, which I thought was pretty good for a projector with a recommended retail price of $3,700. And the retailer threw in a Sanus Universal Projector mount for another $100. I believe it was the Sanus VMP R1, which wasn't the easiest to mount and install, but it did the trick. We ran a 20 meter HDMI flat cable from my media player at the front of the room around to the back of the room and up the wall, and we housed it in some square conduit. If I did again, I would probably have just gone with the normal round HDMI cable, as there wasn't really any benefit to using the flat cable that I got. The only cabling problem I had in the end was with my 4x2 HDMI switch, which didn't turn out to be powerful enough to give a signal through the 20 meter cable, so I had to connect my media player directly to the projector, which wasn't my preferred option. I'm not sure how I'll go about connecting future additional devices to the projector, but my ASON media player does both TV and USB media, so it'll do for now. From a distance of 5.4 meters back, we get an image about 3.4 meters wide. Height is dependent on the screen ratio of whatever we're watching. Originally I had the image a bit wider, maybe about 4 meters wide, which was amazing for 16:9 movies, but we also watch a lot of TV, and having the wider screen meant that the height of the image was too large and it projected up onto the ceiling, which was extremely distracting. So in the end I had to reduce the size to what you see here. So there you have it. This is the Sony VPL-HW40ES projecting onto a Black Widow painted wall. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section below, and if you like the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.